came back and I dropped this song called Bounce. Like I did like 2 million on TikTok or whatever. I wanna have it all right now, but sometimes you gotta wait for the good thing. Feel like we're going round and round, but sometimes you gotta wait for the good thing. So he's a rap artist from Atlanta, Georgia. You may know him from his songs Racetrack or Part of You. Please welcome Czar Baby to the podcast. How are you doing today? I'm good, man. What's going on? I'm good. So just to start off, what was kind of like your first experience with music, or like if music was present in your early life, what was that like? I started first doing music, like, you know what I'm saying, college for real. Like, my friend was playing basketball, and then one of my friends just like inspired me to rap. So, you know, I'm just like, he kind of like created my name and like stuff like that. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, I just kind of like, you know, took off with it. You know, I mean, I was playing basketball at the time, so I was like really taking it serious. But like after a while, you feel me, like when I started hooping, I started like really taking it serious and started like, you know, put money and stuff on myself. Like. And so in college, was it kind of like you were trying to take basketball serious and rapping was just like a side thing, and then almost like swapped after that where rapping was your main thing? Yeah, that's how it kind of was like that. Like I ain't really, like I was really focused on basketball, and then music was just like on the side. But then like when I stopped hooping, you feel me? Like I really just started like, you know, taking off with the music for real. And so that name of yours, Czar Baby, you kind of hinted to it that your friend inspired it, but is there any like meaning behind that, or how did you get the name? Nah, he just kind of like gave me that name because I was like, I need a name because I can't use my real name. So he was just like, he just kind of gave me that name. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I can roll with that. Mm-hmm. And so maybe the other people are just starting their music career, just starting to take it seriously. What kind of like tips or advice would you give to them? Really just like, you know what I'm saying, like don't give up. You feel me? Like always put money behind yourself. And, like always grind. You know, you never know who's watching you. You never know like, who, you know what I'm saying, who want to see what you're doing and stuff. So just like keep going, keep grinding, like, and put money behind yourself and just believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. And you kind of have like a moment of that where you were saying like you never know who's watching. Have you kind of had a moment where you've been making music or putting stuff out there and like someone that you didn't even realize was watching you like came in and played like a big part of your life? Yeah, like it's I was before I had no, this was like after I had dropped the song Racetrack when I really started like getting a buzz for real with music. Like labels was hitting me, like people wanted to be my manager. You feel me? Like, and that's why I like say like you never know who's watching you, because like I didn't really expect the song to like, you know, go up like that and really like put me in position where I can like do anything I want to do. So it was just like, I just started like, you know what I'm saying, you never know who's watching you, so you always got to be on alert. You always just got to like take yourself serious and like just believe in yourself, because you just never know. Mm-hmm. And so after that, once you started getting all those like, all that attention from labels and whatnot, you're still a 100% independent artist. What was kind of the motivation behind you to stay independent and not go to some of these labels that might like seem very good or very tempting? For me personally, I just feel like right now I'm just not ready. You feel me? Like, I have talked to plenty of labels. Like, you know, I've talked to a lot of people, major, independent. I've talked to like a lot of people. Just like for me right now, I'm just not ready yet. You know, I'm still feeling myself out. Like I'm still new to the music. Like I really just started taking it serious like last May. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm only like a year in, so I'm still trying to like feel myself out. So that's why I'm not really, you know, in a rush to like sound anyone, like do anything. I'm just really just feeling myself out. Mm-hmm. And so you are still pretty early in making music, and it seems like you've just been on the up and up. But was there ever a moment that like was a bit harder? Maybe you thought about taking a break or stepping away from music for a bit? Yeah, Before I dropped my before I dropped my last song that I dropped in July, I took a break for a while because the last song I dropped before that was like Party when I dropped that in July. So really, it was a year before I actually dropped another song. I was just really I just wasn't in the right headspace to like drop music. I was just really just like, you know, handling some other stuff, like dealing with some other stuff. So I really just took like a little long break. And it was crazy because like when I came back and I dropped this song called Bounce, like I did like 2 million on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
Me and my boy, Eddie Buddhist, shout out to Eddie Buddhist in New York. We dropped this song called Bounce, and like that song went crazy, and then I just like when I came back and I dropped that song, like I just remembered the love I was getting, and like, you know what I'm saying, and for me to do 2 million on TikTok as an independent artist is crazy.
Yeah, and so I was gonna mention that your song Bounce has been going huge, doing giant numbers on TikTok, really, just over 2 million views. How have you been using kind of the use of social media to help your music grow or to help get exposure?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like, for me, I just try to like put myself in front of a new audience every day, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to let new people, feel me out, get a taste of my music, you feel me? So I'm always marketing myself, always promoting myself, It's never a moment where I'm not marketing myself, you feel me? So I'm always, trying to put my music, trying to put my face in front of new people every day. And you have to use social media, that's where everyone looks for. That's where everybody's on every day. Everything's on social media, all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything. So you have to put yourself in front of social media for people to take you serious.
Mm-hmm. And so, like you were talking about, you kind of took this year-long break almost from music. Do you think once you came back from that, was it a bit hard to kind of find your flow again, or do you think that helped inspire you for something like your newest project, Verified Czar?
Oh no! Once I took the break and I came back, I was chilling in my room and I was like, I need to make a song that's gonna, get me back relevant. You know what I'm saying? Because once you take a break, that people like forget. It was like, man, this nigga haven't dropped no music. You know what I'm saying? Your buzz die down. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think kind of happened with me. Like, I ain't dropping nothing. I ain't doing nothing. So my buzz is dying down. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? You never want that to happen. You always want to stay relevant. You always want to like be in the eye of people. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I need to drop a song to like, get my buzz back going. And that's when I dropped the song Bounce. And my buzz started going again. You know what I'm saying? And then I dropped the recent project.
Yeah, and so a lot today in the music industry and just a lot of industries in general, people kind of have the viewpoint of like, you have to like constantly be doing something, or like the public will kind of lose interest in you, or like you said, like you'll lose that buzz. Has there ever been like pressure on you to come out with something when you think there's nothing ready, or if there is, how have you dealt with that pressure?
I won't even say it's pressure. Like, I really try to take my time with everything. Like, if I feel like it's not ready, then I won't put it out. You feel me? I'm really not on other people's time. You feel me? Because I'm not signed, so I really do stuff at my pace. So if a song's not ready, or if I don't feel like, I don't feel like it's good enough to be released, then I won't put it out. So I try to take my time with everything. But no, I don't feel the pressure. You feel me? I just know whenever I drop something, I know I have loyal people who like my music. I have people who really care about me. So I know whenever I drop something, I know most likely they'll like it.
Mm-hmm. And so when you're coming out with new songs, trying to get something, what does that creative process kind of look like? And do you write and have lyrics first and then find an instrumental to fit that, or do you have like an instrumental ready and you're trying to find melodies to work with that? Like, what's that like?
So I try to listen to like, go through like 30 beats, 30 of them, and I try to pick like the best 5 out of the 30. Mm-hmm. And then once I get the 5 out of 30, I just start, freestyling, trying to find a hook. And then once I find the hook, I really freestyle my hooks, and I freestyle the verses too. But sometimes I write them. It depends on the song. You feel me? Like it depends on what song I'm doing at that time. So it varies. You feel me? So I just try to get like beats, 30 beats, 5 of them, and then I'll probably freestyle the verse or write the hook, or freestyle the whole thing or write the verse. It just depends on the song. It varies between different songs.
And so it's very like interchangeable between how a song's going to be made.
Yeah.
And so while you've been pursuing music, has there been a person, whether it's someone like in your family, personally, or just another artist that has like inspired you the most?
Yeah, Playboy Cardi really inspired me. Like, that's my favorite artist. Like growing up, like I love listening to Playboy Cardi. I like his music, his style. The way he carries himself as a man. You feel me? Like that was my most inspiration growing up. Like I really got like all my inspiration from him. You feel me? So he was like the main person that really inspired me to like do music and everything.
And so like trying to, with whether it's Playboy Cardi or someone else, when you're trying to take bits and pieces or like take inspiration from other artists, how do you balance that with also trying to have your own sound in a song?
That's a good question. I don't really try to copy his sound, because I'm really trying to be unique and create my own sound. But I listen to like some of his songs, and he just inspired me to like make a song. You feel me? Like what I'm saying. Like, I listen to his songs, and I try to. He just inspires me. You know what I'm saying? Just me just listening to him. Like, I don't even gotta like take some of his songs. Just me listening to him. Like it's just inspiration enough right there.
Mm-hmm. And so about a year ago, you did what you called a feature special on your Instagram, where people kind of named their prize for a feature, and you would make a song with them. What was that experience like? And if you can think of one, what do you think the best song from that experience was that you made?
Yeah, I get a lot of those. I'm still doing those now, actually. But yeah, it's cool working with these other artists. Seeing their background, seeing like, them trying to do the same thing I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like really just trying to, make a song with another rising artist, and it's like cool to talk to them, cool to interact with them. But yeah, if I had to pick a song that I did, that was my favorite, I'd say, man, there's so many. Like I'm trying to.
Yeah, you can't pick one.
Yeah, you can never just pick just one. Like it's always like multiple. But I'd say this song I did with my boy May Buddhist. We did a song called "Racks on Me." That song is amazing. But it's another one too. It's this song I did with Supermaster J's called "Drifting." That song is nice. I like that song. So if I had to pick out of all of them, I picked those two. Those were like ones that I was.
And so when you're doing features or doing songs with other artists, how does that change, if it changes your creative process?
It's kind of different because like I said, it's not my song. So I try to get a vibe off them. You know what I'm saying? So whatever kind of beat it is, I try to get a vibe off them. I still kind of like freestyle it, or what I'm saying, like freestyle it a little bit. But I just try to get a vibe off them. That way the song can flow good, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I come in, I just try to get a freestyle off them, and like try to match their energy and, be myself at the same time.
And being totally independent as an artist, what do you think are some like benefits to that, and what do you think you like from that, but also like what might be some pitfalls of being an independent artist?
The pluses is like, you're not tied down to nothing. You can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about not
you
dropping
kind of
music.
Be like authentic to who you are and what you want to create.
Yeah, so like, you have creative control, like you just said, creative control, like what you want to do. You don't have to worry about not dropping. You know what I'm saying? It's all the pluses. All the money you collect from features or the streams and revenue, it all come back to you. You ain't splitting it with nobody. and I say those are the pluses. But kind of the backside of it is like, you don't get that push at the major labels do. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that extra push that you need. I think that's really like the main thing why people get signed, to get that extra push, to get that. You know what I'm saying? That big push. You feel me? I think that's all for real.
Yeah. And so, if you could kind of make a song with any artist in the world, who would it be?
Definitely Cardi. Like, definitely Cardi. If I had to make a song with anybody. Also, another name thought there too, Drake. And Drake and Cardi.
And so, do you think just obviously Cardi is because you were inspired by him, but also for either him or Drake or both, do you think it's just like the way your sounds work? You think that would sound good? Why exactly those two?
Well, Cardi, he's my favorite artist, so like I think me and his sound like would go crazy on the track, like it really go crazy. And Drake being who he is, being a legend that he is, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me to do a song with him would just be like mind blowing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's literally a dream, you feel me? Like I did a song with one of the greatest artists ever to do it, you know what I'm saying?
That's like the artist that people want to make a song with.
Yeah, so it's like, it's Drake, you know what I'm saying? So like, and Drake is like amazing. I love his music, you know what I'm saying? So me doing a song with him would just be amazing.
And so you're a bit of a smaller artist, but I'm sure, do you still do any like concerts or live performances ever?
Yeah. Well, I haven't done none yet, but I got some set up, for next year. I got a whole bunch of shows. People have been booking me. So last year, was like my first year getting into it. You know what I'm saying? It was COVID, so you know what I'm saying? We wasn't doing shows last year, but I got some stuff set up for 2022. I have some stuff set up for 2021, but for me personally, I feel like I just wasn't ready yet. You know what I'm saying? I was like taking my time with it. Plus, I took a long break. You know what I'm saying? And like before that time, I only had 3 songs released. I haven't even had no more songs. It was like I'm saying, I ain't got a catalog to perform, but now I have more music. I have unreleased music that I've been working on. So you know what I'm saying? I got a lot more songs I could perform. So yeah.
And so it may be hard to answer if you haven't really started doing it yet. But do you think you're more of like a recording artist who can really get in the studio and make a song, or do you kind of think you're going to be like a good live artist who can really get the crowd involved at shows and really you like reach your peak when you're in front of people on a stage performing live?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm more of a live artist. Like, you feel me? I feel like, you know what I'm saying. The recording is cool though. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You get the song, you listen to it, but you know what I'm saying. The song is for the people. You know what I'm saying? It's for the people. So like me performing live is just be like way better than me just recording a song or like doing it like that. So me recording live would be like even better. You know what I mean?
And so, like, doing all these live shows, what do you think, if you have one in mind, it's okay if you don't, what's, like, a venue, whether it's some giant arena or just a small theater that's, like, you think is a dream to play in or that you would love to get to do a live show in one day?
I'd definitely say BET Awards. That's, like, you know what I'm saying? That's, like, a dream of mine. I always wanted to perform at the BET Awards at least once, just once BET Awards. And that's what I really say. I feel like everyone else is like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, BET Awards for sure.
And so if you have them, I know it's definitely probably a tough race, but if you have a top 3 artists of all time, could you tell us what that looks like for you?
Dang, that's a good question. Like, ever to do it?
Sure, yeah, ever. Just all the time.
For me, I have to put Drake in there for sure. Just cause like what he's done, and like Lil Wayne, gotta put Lil Wayne up there. just stuff he's done for the generation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne is like definitely a legend.
Yeah.
That's one I had to probably say. Man, this is tough. Last one. I probably have to go Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, I still listen to some of his music from time to time, and it's like, you know, I go back and read, and like, he was like amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the biggest artists before he passed. So yeah, if I had to pick, I had to pick those two.
Mm-hmm. And this one, okay, if you don't have them, but do you have kind of a top 3 albums of all time, whether it's from those artists or otherwise?
Albums that I listen to all time, I'll say Drake, Take Care album. I love that album. I feel like that's like his best album. Like, I literally listen to that almost once or twice a week. Just because, like, it's an amazing album. Literally no skips. The Cardi Dalit album, I love that album. I feel like that was his best project. And the Drake, Nothing Was the Same. I think that's the name of his albums. Yeah, I love that one too. So, those are 3.
And so, is there I know it's still early off in your career, but is there kind of a song that you've made or that you've put out that is your personal favorite?
I say for now, Racetrack's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Just cause the way everything went about it, the beat, the flow, you know what I'm saying? It's the whole thing was just amazing. So like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like for now, until I make another song.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are all the questions I had for you today. Thank you so much for coming on. Where can people find you? Spotify, Instagram, anything you have, where can they find you?
Oh yeah, so follow me on Instagram at ZarBaby_, and then Spotify ZarBaby, and YouTube is ZarBaby. Everything's ZarBaby. On Instagram, just ZarBaby_. You can follow me. Stream my music. Go get the new EP. Verified Zars out right now on all streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm. And I'll leave a link to his Instagram down in the description below. Thank you so much for coming on again, and I really wish you the best of luck with the rest of your career.
All right, thank you, my man. Appreciate it.